So Mike's gone. Ram, Steven, y'all are still in prison.
Yeah.
Half of the band is eliminated.
What now?
I'm just at that point. I'm just my band's. It's starting to. And in my interviews, they always take you in right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, you lost. You lost Paul. You lost Mike. How you feeling? And the whole
Not
thing was
well.
always evolved around the band.
Yeah.
The band's breaking up, things like that.
Yeah.
They want that. But yeah, I was just like Ram was saying. He came up to me, "What should we do now?" And I was like, "Eh." I kind of really didn't know.
Yeah.
Because we had lost our group. The green group cohorts.
Okay, 2 main LAs are gone.
Yeah, and everyone started to form. Had their little groups. You see them like in season 1. They kind of hang out this corner, and they hang out this corner, they hang out over there, and I just was kind of not interested in playing that game.
Yeah.
I was just there. I was like, I'll figure out a way to win, but I just didn't feel like hanging out with anybody.
Yeah.
Ram?
I think I would have been the same.
First of all, I don't know if your mic's always that far out, but I just noticed it. But no, I mean, I wasn't interested. The only person I was really interested in talking to was you, and you didn't want to talk. So
well,
What
you
did
and
you
I,
do?
but you and I did every time we were
No.
hanging out. We were usually together with some other people, but it wasn't anybody.
was when Nico came over to us when the producers were asking us to restart our conversation? Was that after Mike was eliminated?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that was wild. Weird.
Yeah, no, it was because that's what we were talking about. So there was a point in the game where Ram and I are sitting up on one of the railings with our legs.
Like that center railing.
Railing. Our
Platform.
legs are hanging over, and we're just looking at people, talking about people on the floor. And the conversation was the voting. The people that skipped. Who were the guys that skipped down the floor?
Viper and
That first
Chris.
guy.
Chris.
Yeah.
We were talking about, how shitty that was, and we were in a conversation like that, and it was a very specific
Yeah,
conversation.
'cause I
Hopefully
think
they
I had,
hear
I think
that,
I had
yeah.
just had my interviews where I was looked like an insane maniac. I wanted to kill people.
Okay. So this was an interesting situation. A producer comes out, and you can never tell who the producers are because they're in tracksuits.
Well, first, real quick, we're sitting there talking, and remember, you look at me and you go, "Hey, Ram, check it out," and you're like pointing at the cameras. And all the cameras were pointing in at our conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we start
definitely were
noticing.
scared.
We start noticing the cameras pointing, and so a producer comes over, and people watching the show can't tell if it's a producer because they're in tracksuits.
Right.
So they said, "Hey, we're gonna we need you guys to have the exact same conversation you just had. Give me about 2 minutes, and then don't pick up where you left off. Just start over."
Yeah, because I think we had just done a battery change or something, and the filming when we were having the conversation we were having, there was no filming yet.
Yeah.
So they wanted us to start over.
So he goes, "Give us 2 minutes, and y'all don't pick up where you left off. Start over, and everything you were just talking about."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh, okay." So we're sitting there. We're not saying anything because we're like, I guess we'll wait a couple minutes, and then I go, "Let's go ahead." And then so we started back talking about it, and it was about the vote. Mike just got voted out, and we were just talking shit.
Was the second conversation as good as your first conversation? You
Probably
think?
not.
Probably not, yeah.
Because we were being straight. We were talking shit.
Yeah.
And we were just like,
Yeah.
we were probably talking about the green. They were probably over there, and we're like, look at them. Look at them over there being
Yeah.
freaking idiots.
Long-haired
And,
bros.
and then so we just start the conversation, and this guy Nico walks
We just
over.
restart the conversation.
We just restart it because they wanted to get this on
Right.
camera, and then Nico comes over. What's going on, guys?
he comes down, plops back down.
He pops right down next to us, and
told him to do
and so
that.
we're like,
No, check it out.
Okay.
no. So we're like, hey, what's going on, man? And we stop, and then about 30 seconds later, a producer comes on the floor and like, hey, we got to talk to you.
To Nico.
To Nico.
Oh, okay.
And they pull him out.
They pull him out, and they're like,
Well, there's a TV moment happening right there.
yeah.
Get a hint, dude.
They pull him out, so that'll obviously be on the show.
But we
because-
love Nico. Shout out Nico.
Yeah, well, it had nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
He was really cool. I
I love that guy.
I hung out with him a lot after we left the Greens and we were nomads.
Yeah, he hit me up on WhatsApp.
Oh,
Did he?
good.
I liked him. Yeah, we had some interesting conversations.
Good.
But anyway, that was that situation.
Yeah, that was
So
fun.
what, did any activities then after that, the elimination? Did you guys do another game that day? Or, because that was, In my approximation, maybe around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh wait, I know for sure because it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I got eliminated. I
Yeah,
saw
it
the
was early.
clocks.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do that evening?
Which shows you how long the process took, because that was all right after breakfast.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
God, no wonder my
Do you
back was
remember the
killing
rest of
me.
that day? I certainly don't.
I do not.
I don't either.
Wow.
I do
So
not.
you think you just hung out that day then?
Probably.
So we're still
I
on the
think
day you
games-
were eliminated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it was. I think that was the day. It was just
Free
games,
period.
and people were trying to figure out shit to do.
Did they do any more dorm eliminations or
No.
any?
Not that I
Did they call
remember.
anybody back for chores or?
Probably.
Nothing?
I think they might have called 3 people for chores, but I don't think it led
No
to
eliminations.
anything.
Did they do them? Because what I was disappointed after we won the pentathlon, they didn't do the money drop. We went back in the
Yeah.
dorms. We thought, okay, let's see
The
the money
rite of
drop,
passage.
and they didn't
Oh,
do it.
I think they might have done the money drop after.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
but that was every day, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he.
But they didn't do it after pentathlon.
yeah,
And so they must have done it after I was eliminated.
yeah, they did it
Just
after
added
you
y'all.
eliminated.
And they also finally showed that graphic of all the players' faces on the screen.
That was always fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
we
so-
saw it for a brief. I saw it for a brief second, and after my elimination,
You mean like like the little
yeah,
triangles?
yeah.
Also, we'll see you go.
Yeah, so they showed they showed our faces when we were on the stage, the 5 of us
Oh,
up there,
cool.
and that's the first time we finally saw that graphic. So nothing that day then, huh?
No.
Well, that makes
Wow.
sense then, because if the elimination was based on the pentathlon slow times or whatever, then that makes sense. They would just group it all in
Yeah.
the pentathlon thing. So
Right.
that's probably why they didn't
No,
do it.
no,
And
no.
there's that's the thing that people watching the show don't get either is that you were like nothing up the rest of the day. No, it's 24 hours in the day. You
Yeah.
could be in the dorm for 6 or 7 hours and nothing happened.
Period.
You're just like bored, like nothing.
But you weren't under any kind of constraint. Everybody could talk.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Right.
that's
No
that's
hard
bearable at
freeze.
least. Yeah.
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 I mean, there's a lot of times, especially after you guys left, I just go lay in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they
I
did.
just- I was just wanted to just check out, like just whether I could sleep or not. I would just like,
I'm done.
They
Yeah.
they didn't do anything that day because they wanted to capture conversations about and dorm life
Yeah.
that they hadn't really done yet.
probably a lot of stuff like that. You
Yeah.
got a good point because Ram and I couldn't have been the only ones they wanted to capture in
Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah.
Because they
That's
need that.
Yeah, you need
Strategizing.
That's
and-
what, no strategizing, no
Right.
conflicts around or anything.
Yeah.
Y'all noticed? Or
And
Even
that's
though-
the night. That's the
Oh,
night
there's
Jonty came over. Too.
There's always, everyone's always scheming.
Yeah.
Everyone's
You
scheming.
laid low. I think that has something else for the reason why you went so far in the game. You were kind of low key, man.
That's the way you gotta do it.
Yeah.
That's what was our
Yeah.
plan from day
more
one.
Than I
but-
more than I thought I would be. So yeah.
So next day, you guys get woken up by the wonderful song. What's on the agenda?
That was
Porridge.
Yeah.
Porridge.
no
Breakfast.
that day would have been the toss day.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
Yes, this one. I think
Ram.
Ram he's got a lot to say on this.
What was it called?
I don't know. Throw, catch. What the fuck? ever.
Catch.
Catch.
So we go and they line us up to go into one of the huge sets they've made, and it's they open the doors and we walk in and it's a classic gymnasium,
Oh,
Like a
awesome.
school.
like
Like
basketball goals on each side,
Oh, cool.
mats against the wall. It just looks like a gym, like a high school gym.
PE.
And there's 4
Yeah.
squares too.
Oh.
Four
yeah,
squares.
Foursquare.
Foursquare. I remember Foursquare. Yeah. Foursquare.
Okay, describe.
And so
Yeah.
on the basketball floor, we have no idea what we're going to do. Everyone, that's another thing. Everyone in there was trying to figure out what the next game was going to
Everybody.
be. So they were
Yeah.
going up to the wall and going, okay, on these mats, we're probably going to
Oh, wow.
completely wrong.
I was getting so
Yeah.
fucking. That's when I started getting, because I was already like just
Mentally
yeah
annoyed.
I was like,
Yeah.
just there's no sense in trying to
Even
guess.
guessing.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there's going to
Yeah.
be the basketball goal for sure. And then the mat will probably be used because you're going to do a slam dunk and have to
And they were
fall on
talking about
something.
the bleachers. What you gonna? It's like get out
Yeah,
of here,
bleachers, and then there was props, and it was throwing. There was some shapes on the wall, and they're like, "We're probably gonna have to use these for this, and we're gonna have to hold on." And everybody was just on the complete wrong.
And there's
track.
there's 4 spots that are squared off, and then there's circles going, from
to the
corner
center of the
corner.
court to the far corners of each part of the court.
Yeah.
These circles, and there's about 18, 20, however
Probably
many,
at least 20. And
at
there's
least 20 dots, and they
probably
go
25.
center court to each corner of the basketball court.
Yeah, because there's about 100 people left, so there's
Okay.
about 25 squares.
About 25 squares.
with one in the middle.
Yeah, and they're circles, right?
Sorry, circles. Yes.
Yeah. So nobody. No, I don't think anybody figured out what it was. But we're going to be standing on those circles.
Yeah, nobody figured it out.
So okay.
And did we have groups pre?
Yeah, we had to get. That's what the 4 squares were for, because there had to be an even number amount of people. Your teams would be in those squares.
Did we?
So 4 teams of about 25.
Yeah, we thought it was 4 teams of about 25.
Did we
Okay.
pick the teams in the white room?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was in the white.
In the white room, you had to
We picked
go
the
to
teams.
a place. So all the green
4 squares.
all the green sheep are going to go to the one square, obviously, and then these other whoever else is teamed up, or
The green
they're
sheep.
going
I
to.
see what you did there.
Yeah.
So how did you guys end
how
up
did y'all
pairing
end
up?
up?
Why did
Yeah.
you, how'd it
Well,
go?
we're going to stay together.
Yeah, we stayed
but-
together.
Oh, okay.
But at that point, I didn't have a choice. I was just like, whoever, let's just look for some cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason we have the circles is so, let's take, for example, us 5 are on a team. We have to choose what circle we're going to be on, because our team, somebody's going to have the ball and throw a very close pass to
The
you
person in the center has the
in
ball.
the center. Okay, when you catch the ball, you go to the center and you decide who you're going to throw it
And
to.
the person who threw it, if the person they threw it to catches it, moves on and they go over to
They
the
go to the
bleachers.
bleachers.
And they move on to the
They're
next
done.
round.
So they have the easiest job in the world. They're
Yeah.
like, we're done.
How did they decide
how
who was
did they
going to
decide?
That's where it gets interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, that seems.
This is where it gets interesting. Because if you're in the very back, there's 2 things that could happen. The person throwing is not going to want to throw to the very person in the
Furthest
back,
away, yeah.
because
Too much risk.
because they're going to go out, and that person
Yeah, too much risk.
that person's going to go out. But am I getting that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But so if being in the middle is safe, it's kind of being
Yeah.
in the front to middle is
Safe.
the
Kind of a
safest,
neutral area.
the
Yeah.
neutral area. But you want to stay with your team, and that's where it got interesting. Is that you could clean out your team line, but now you're like, well, that you just caught it and you're going to the center. You're like, oh shit, well I got to throw it that far now.
Yeah.
Do I decide to throw it to this person that's right in front of me and I'm safe? You know what I'm saying?
So
that's where it becomes psychological, because now you're like, well, this isn't really my team. It's just the people I got grouped with.
Right.
You might be like, I'd rather be safe than try to risk throwing to this. I know that person doesn't look like they can catch.
Right.
Oh, okay. Now I see. Okay.
And that's where it became people getting angry,
Yeah.
and it became
That's when the twins became public enemy number 1 and 2.
Why is that?
Because the plan was,
we were on the Twins team.
we were on the twins team, and the plan was for, because the first, and this was my, okay, there's so much to it. This was my biggest regret in the whole game. This is what keeps me up at night, or has kept me up at night. I'm okay now. Has kept me up at night because they're like, the twins are like, well, the one twin was saying about his brother, well, he should get in the center spot, which is automatic move
Safe.
to the next round because you just have to toss it 2 feet. And they're like, because he was the captain or
He was
whatever.
the captain, the one you counted
Yeah.
on. Like,
Yeah.
so we need to keep him safe. He's the king.
So I just like,
Boo.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I just agreed to it. I ended up with that sheep fucking mentality. When I look back on it, I should have been like, no,
They were-
fuck that shit.
Yeah, because the Twins were trying to tell us where we're gonna stand.
Yeah, and then
So they were like team captains
but
again.
then they did, because his brother got to be on the very first one, so they both basically get to automatically
Why do you
advance.
think people followed them and listened to them?
I don't
don't know,
know.
dude.
Me, I was like so brain dead, and then
because they stood up. Nobody else would. It's a sheep mentality. You see somebody stand up and be like, I'm
point.
I should have
right.
said, "Fuck you
Everybody else
guys!
is like, okay.
I'm going to be on the first thing," and just got on the first circle and not.
Well,
moved.
it's what
are you going to do? Push me
Yeah.
off it?
It's what I did with
Good
my
point.
circle. I go, well, I'm standing here.
And
Sorry.
and what happened with me is I was on the 6th circle, which is still pretty fucking close.
Right.
But then I started thinking, man, I'm so my foot, because I think I broke my foot before we went into the whole thing. So
that's
my
right.
foot is throbbing and hurting worse than it has the whole time I've been there.
Well, let me
And
stop
we're-
you real quick. You can pick right back up. The reason he's saying that is because once the person threw the ball from the center to a circle, the minute that ball leaves that person's hands, you can go to the ball. You can go
Yeah,
get
you
it.
can run.
Say they threw it 3 feet to the left because they can't throw. Well, you can run to get that
You
ball.
can
You
get
don't
off
have to
your
leave the
circle,
circle.
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can
you
leave
can
the
leave the
circle,
circle.
but you had to wait
That's
for the
why-
ball to leave his hands.
Yes. So that's why he's saying.
Well, that's not the only reason. Just standing there, I'm like, fuck, man. I was
Okay.
hurting bad.
Because it took forever.
Oh.
Listen, this game took longer than any of the other games.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, it took longer
It
than.
sounds really confusing. I don't know.
It's
like,
not. It's just hard to explain. Once you see it,
Yeah, like
very
it's
fine.
simple.
Well,
Okay,
can we
okay.
let's adjust the day again? So they wake you up early, battery check, breakfast, line up,
White room.
white room, no
Well,
stairs,
stairs over
Stairs.
and over.
then white room
Then
to
white
pick
room to
teams.
pick teams.
Then you go into to this area to do this game. So
Right.
wow,
We're already
It's-
standing the whole time because a white room will take a couple hours.
Yeah,
Just
it's taken so long already.
it's
stairs
already
takes
a
a
so it's
couple
already a
hours.
long day, is what
Oh.
you're saying. Yeah.
anybody wants
Yeah.
to go on Squid Game, practice standing
Standing.
for long periods of time and sitting and sleeping on concrete.
Literally.
Yeah,
Yeah. No red light, green
And you
light.
can't
That'll
sit-
give you an
Concrete.
advantage.
not sitting on anything padded either.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll give you a huge
Yeah.
advantage. I'm not screwing around either.
Make yourself.
You sit on either
physically
concrete or wood.
Yeah.
That's where you sit.
All right, so
Okay,
Ram, go
so
back to your
continue.
point.
So my two biggest regrets in the game were letting the Twins just take those easy
Dictate.
spots when I should have said, "Fuck you guys! You guys voted X. You guys voted my boy out. Fuck you guys! I'm gonna fucking stand right here." It's what I should have done, and because I would have automatically moved to the next round.
Yeah.
So then I was like, "All right," and then so I ended up on the sixth
Circle.
circle.
It was at
And-
6? I thought you were
Just
further
just
back.
hang on.
Oh.
So I'm on the sixth circle. I'm standing there. I have my spot. I'm like, okay. And then I start panicking because I'm like, my foot's throbbing. I'm not right in the head. I'm not sleeping. I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to be embarrassed missing from this close. And I'm looking back and everybody's still trying to decide where to stand. And I already have my spot. I'm close. So this is the second biggest regret in the game is I'm looking back and I see about 10 or 12 spots further back that spot's open. Nobody's decided. I'm like, you know what? Because there are how many? 15 balls.
Okay. Yeah.
If there are 15 balls, right? If you miss one, that ball
That
goes
ball's
out
out.
of play, and then now you have 14 balls.
14.
So if all the balls run out,
Every time somebody drops it, it eliminates a ball.
you bring in a new
if
ball.
it got to the last person, there's nothing
so
left.
if the balls run out, you don't have to throw or catch. You automatically move on.
yeah, you're done.
Oh, so you're hoping for
So
that.
I'm trying
That's why the people that got in the back were like, you had a choice. Maybe I'll never get it because somebody doesn't want to throw it to me.
Yeah.
2, balls run out, I'm safe. I never
It's
get
kind
it.
of like glass bridge strategy. You want to be at the very, very
Yeah.
end
Right.
of it.
Well, sort of.
Maybe- yeah,
sort of,
yeah.
because the people that I'll have a story about why you don't want to be at the end after
Yeah.
he gets done.
So I got a pretty good spot. I should be in the front. I'll never forget that. It's just a lifelong regret. So then I'm on the sixth spot. I'm there. I'm planted there.
Yeah.
I got my spot. I'm standing on it.
Not being challenged, you got it.
And then I'm like, man, I don't want to miss it. And then I'm thinking, I'm trying to calculate it. Like, if I go back here, maybe all the balls run out. I won't have to throw or catch, and I move
Right.
on.
Yeah.
So I was trying to I was chickening out basically. So I'm like, you know what?
But you could throw and catch really well.
Well,
You
yeah,
just thought your
on,
foot
a,
wasn't
on, a,
gonna be a
on a
detriment?
normal
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? And I got off that sixth spot and I moved back.
damn.
I moved back way toward the back. But I completely miscalculated it because nobody was missing.
It was easy catches up front.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
the time it got to me, I think like 1 or 2 balls were gone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, fucking A. But here's the deal. So on our team, I was way back here on like the 16th spot back, really far back. And then, but the other lines
Or short.
are short. So here comes Ryan with the ball. And he's got,
How big is the ball? Describe the ball.
Yeah.
it's like a
Tennis ball?
tennis ball.
Like a tennis ball?
But it's like rubber.
Rubber.
Okay.
It's light.
Okay.
Light.
It's yeah.
Okay.
And so here comes Ryan, the guy with the cookies that we were talking about earlier. He's standing there and he's got 3 easy options around him. And he looks at me and kind of gives me this look. I was like, "Let's go, bro. You can throw it to me. I don't care. I'm tired of fucking standing here.
Yeah.
Let's just do it." And he's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." And like, so we're like doing this whole thing.
But he didn't have to, is what he's saying.
yeah,
Right.
he
He had the
could've-
option to
could've
go
thrown-
to the easy play.
To the
Easy
easier
play.
plays.
But he's like, you know what?
yeah. So we're like, "You want to do it? Let's do it." Yeah,
so
we're firing each other
there's
up.
no advantage to going deep with you.
No.
No advantage.
No advantage at all.
So
Wow.
so
Oh,
Not,
screwed
not
up.
one percent a reason why you would throw to him.
So here's
Do you
what
wanna
happened.
Have
so
a big moment to be like, look at me, I'm a
To
badass.
Okay,
go out,
we'll get
to
to
go out of the
Well,
game.
yeah.
we'll get to that. We'll get to
Okay.
that. So I'm like, just give me a nice slow underhand toss. He's like, no, let's do it overhanded. The third regret was I should have pushed for it. No, bro. Nice soft underhand and high.
I'm catching.
So I was like, when he said overhand, I was like, okay, fuck it, yeah, overhand.
You were done.
I'm just going to do my elimination real quick and then move on. So he throws it to me overhand. I try to catch it. It hits me in the hand, bounces off. I'm eliminated. So, but from what I'm hearing afterward from people that I had a master interview with the next day and on the WhatsApp thread, I'm hearing that because he seemed like a sweet guy to me. I felt bad for him. I was fucking sobbing afterwards,
Right.
apologizing because we're walking off together. And I'm like, oh my God, I ruined it for you. I'm so sorry. He's like, no, man, it's all good, man. So I'm hearing afterward, like from several different people, that the guy was actually a dickhead. I don't know, Ryan. I don't know if you are or not. I have no
Just
idea.
rumors.
Everybody's telling me he's this fucking dick. And but there's this guy, Mark. Mark, shout out. You're cool too. Mark was saying that Ryan was bullying him real bad in the game, and so apparently this guy's a dick. And from what I understand, from what people are telling me, he just wanted to have a bit. He didn't care if he was eliminated or whatever. He just wanted to have a big moment on Netflix,
And it will be.
Yeah, so that's why he threw it to me, because it was just this big moment between us.
It was.
And I guess, and some people are saying he sabotaged me by throwing it overhand and kind of hard.
He threw it to your right.
Was everyone throwing underhanded
he threw it
up
to
to
you.
that?
Everybody was throwing
Underhand.
underhand.
So
It's the
witnessing how he threw it, what do you think?
He threw it way to his left. So Ram had to go forward and to his left to get that.
Yeah, but it still hit my hand. So at the time, I thought, well, it's totally
If
my
he would have
fault.
caught it, would have been on an ESPN Sports Center
totally.
replay.
Top
I mean,
10.
no, it would
Yeah.
it would have been nice. Anyways, from what I understand, he sabotaged the moment. I don't know if that's true or not. It did hit me in the hand.
Maybe we can get him on the show.
I
We can
take
get
full.
the-
I still take full
down and dirty.
responsibility since it hit me in the hand, but it wasn't overhand throw. The first overhand toss of
So
the
it came in
night,
a little hot.
and came in a little hot, and it bounced right off my
It
hand.
came in hot into your left.
Did you have to catch it with one hand, or could you like
Both.
grab it
Whatever.
with,
You
like-
could do what
Catch
as
it,
long as you
right.
catch it.
It could hit you on your shoulder or
Yeah.
on your leg, and
You
as long
could
as you
could
get the
trap it
ball.
in your body.
But
Anything.
just yeah.
Just get the damn thing.
So I missed the ball. I'm eliminated, and I don't know if Ryan sabotaged me or not. If he did,
Sorry,
whatever.
Bro. Sorry, bro.
There's not that.
But I was really, because now I'm thinking, all I can think about, and what I thought about for a couple or 3 months afterward, I lost sleep because all I was thinking is, number one, now I'm going to be known as the guy, especially around here in DFW.
How
'cause,
did you drop it?
Yeah, people know us here in DFW.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm the guy who broke down fucking sobbing uncontrollably, acting like like I thought Mike was going to be really killed.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy who missed the ball to get eliminated. So it was
I'm
just
the guy
like,
that can't throw a rock.
so it was just like a real devastating moment. The whole thing was, it really.
I was worried about it, how and if you got eliminated.
Yeah.
You want
it
to
re-
talk about your squib thing? Did you get squibbed when
It
you
really
got
sucked.
eliminated?
Yeah.
They squibbed you?
Mike, you lucked out. You didn't have a squib when you got eliminated.
Yeah.
Because the squib it pissed me off.
It's really
It's
real
abrasive,
annoying.
yeah.
But one thing happened when he got squibbed, and I was just on the bleachers because I'd already gone out, and I was like, oh man, and I just kind of was looking over there at him, and when I looked up, there was what's the camera that's on the cables?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
boom. Yeah.
No, like the one that floats around
the
the field.
fancy one.
Yeah.
This,
On the cable.
It's right above Ram. The camera's right above Ram after he got squibbed, and I'm looking over at him, and I start to notice it's not on him, it's on me. The camera's right on me.
Oh, no kidding.
It's not even it was looking down at him
And
at
then
a
it
point.
probably panned.
At a
it's-
point. But when I finally looked at the camera, it was just like,
So it's a close up of Steven. So you're going to see on
His
Netflix. You're
reaction.
going to see on Netflix him going.
Are we going to bed
Steven's
yet?
like, perfect. They're all gone now. Now I can really play the
Yes,
game.
and then he turns into the Terminator.
One less person.
Yeah.
So back to your toss. What kind of
Yeah,
toss
so
were
you were
facing?
waiting, or?
so Ram moved. What I did was I was tired of these twins just trying to tell people where they're standing. So I'm like, I'm just standing here. I wasn't close. I wasn't far. I was
So they were signing people where they wanted them to stand?
Yeah.
Well,
Ballsy little
kind
to
of.
an
bastards.
extent. To an extent, they're trying to, it's kind of like if us four were in a little pack, we'd
I
be
would
like, let's
say,
stand up
oh,
front.
oh, everybody
So they
stand
had
front,
their
yeah.
little people. They want
Yeah.
to load them up front,
Yeah, of
whatever.
course.
Steven was about halfway between where I was and the singer.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, I think 7, maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah, probably 8.
So I just like this is fair. I'm standing here and I'm not going to be assigned a circle. So I just got there and I'm like, move, you can get in front of me or behind me. I don't care. So my throw, I can't remember who was behind me. Trinity, his name was Trinity, was behind me. So he kept like poking me. He's like, "You sure you're good to throw? You sure, man?" And I'm like, "You're good. Don't worry about it, man. You catch it? Oh yeah. So anyway, my throw was just pretty. There was no weirdness
Came
to
right
it.
to
It
ya?
was a good throw. I threw a good throw, and
And then
a
that
good
was that.
throw was thrown to me, and it was just a
That's
normal
good.
catch, but it wasn't anything exciting. Probably,
Right.
probably won't- the throw. It took so long to get through all the people. Like
Mm-hmm.
the tosses that I had probably won't even be on there. They're probably only going to show like the ones that were kind
Yeah.
of barely caught.
Definitely
or
show
real-
ramps. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that did happen, the reason he didn't want to be at the back, Viper,
Yes.
and what's the kid that was Dylan? Was it Dylan that was always sick
Yeah,
and got
yeah.
everybody sick?
Yeah.
Okay,
Patient
that's-
zero.
Patient zero.
Why do you call him that?
Because he was the first one.
Because
to
he
show
was
the
the first
signs.
one. He went.
The
He went
symptoms.
in there sick. He was already
Yeah,
sick.
He was always.
Yeah.
So, this was a super controversial part of the show, and I don't know if I can talk about some of it.
What did you see?
I guess I'll just talk about what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viper was set to throw, and we're at the back of the lines now. We're at the far throws at this point. There's no other options but the very back. So there's some girls in this line over here. They're like, I can't catch. If you want to throw to me, I can't promise I'm going to catch it. So
So just to make it clear, you have already advanced. You're on the bleachers.
I'm
just
advanced.
as
You're
a-
good
as
I'm
a-
sitting in the bleachers.
You're just watching.
You're golden.
I'm just
Yes.
watching. Everyone's watching the bleachers. So and so the person throwing is like, well, I don't want to chance that. So the people can, I could have been back there and bluffed and be like, man, I messed up my wrist today. If you want to throw it to me, I'll try to catch it with my left hand. And they're gonna be like, well, I ain't throwing to him. And I'm like, well, I'll be safe. That's what these people were doing at the back of the lines.
Oh.
Dylan was at the end of one, and so it was kind of Viper was like, I don't trust anybody but this guy. Like, I think this is my only choice. So Dylan's like, dude, I don't want it. He's like, you're gonna get it. This is the throw. So Dylan turns around, like turns his back.
It's a good strategy, actually.
Yeah.
Turns his back, crosses his arms.
It's on your peril,
Nope.
bro.
Not catching it. So
Wow.
everybody in the bleachers is getting worked up, man.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
they're pissed. People are yelling, "Don't be a pussy!" Like,
Yeah.
come on, be a man! Like, and it's at that point it becomes a cursing match between Dylan and
Wow.
Dylan's.
This is the
Dylan's yelling a bunch of
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
shit to some of the girls in the bleachers, like some pretty
Derogatory.
much stuff that will get him canceled on social media.
Yeah.
Whether they show it or not, we'll find out. I'm not going to say what was said, but it was a really
Again,
bad.
he's really sick. He's pretty beat up. I'm
Emotional,
sure he wasn't
yeah.
emotionally in a good place.
Yeah, he's been all those days. He's been super sweet to everybody.
Yeah, but
and,
he was
like,
really sick. That
Super
poor
sick.
kid. Yeah. So
yeah.
and so it,
I'm
it
sure
was.
it wasn't him,
I was
yeah.
in disbelief. I don't remember the producers coming out. Maybe they did. I can't remember if they came out or not. But like try to calm the
Really?
situation. But I don't. Maybe a break was taken or something. I can't remember at that point.
Don't look at me.
Yeah. So he's gonna get. So he turns around, like he's like, I think he'd had enough, and he turns
Yeah,
around.
he's like, what can we do?
Viper freaking throws it, and he drops it.
was it a decent throw?
Yeah.
It just Dylan didn't.
Did he
couldn't handle it.
try to get
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Was this-
He tried.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he didn't want to go out. He-
That
he-
sounds like a really simple
to
game
run.
again,
It
but
does, yeah.
but with the
In the
emotions
moments.
that come. I wonder if we're filming this in May. The Squid Game, the real series, the third game.
Filming in February.
Uh,
Filming
Yeah,
this. Sorry.
yeah,
sorry.
we're filming this in May, and the original Squid Game, the third part's coming out in June, and there's some games that we haven't seen yet,
Yeah,
and we're wondering if maybe this could be one of the games that's going to be in the upcoming Squid Game,
Guaranteed.
or is this an original game, the Squid Game Challenge, like the countdown?
Yeah.
You know, my
'Cause
countdown
obviously
wasn't
they
in
can't
the
kill us.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not.
That's a good point.
They're
yeah.
coming up with their own stuff as well. You know, like the war boats or where they had
Warships.
warships,
Yeah.
and you know that wasn't part of the series.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if that's going to be in the series.
I really thought that the catch game lacked the excitement of the other games. For one,
It's
Yeah.
fucking lame.
it
It was
was
lame.
I agree.
You didn't like it?
no.
I wonder how it's going to come off on camera though,
I
because it
think-
sounds like there's a lot of conflict and stuff
Yeah.
going
It is.
on.
That's why it'll be entertaining for the viewers. But
Yeah.
for
It's
us
interesting.
as players, it was very
Vicious.
drawn out and just. Okay,
Well,
you catch it.
didn't-
okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch
A
it.
child.
Didn't Beast Games have a challenge with
I never
like
seen
balls and stuff too? Remember that?
Yeah. I
Not
vaguely
catch though. They were
remember.
throwing like balls in the garbage
Bins or
bins from
something
a
like
tower
that,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
To answer
okay.
your question, though, the catch watching it will be great TV.
Really?
But for us,
It
it
was
was just took forever. It took longer than anything that we had done.
But you know, in the moment, the most simple task that you do for games and stuff, it's a lot of pressure. So.
See,
So
that's
Ram-
why. That's why I was wanting. I remember now. That's why I was wanting Ryan just to throw it to me, and I was shocked that he was going to, because I was looking around. And no offense to anybody who was in those other lines, but I didn't want. It looked like a lot of those other people, kind of older and kind of girls. No offense, girls. But he looked like if I had to pick from a lot of the people that were just remaining,
guy looked athletic
I
and he
would
could
want
throw.
him to throw it to me.
Yeah,
So
I
that,
could see you
that's why I
thinking
was
with
like,
that.
yeah, let's do it.
Right.
But I was shocked when he did.
So Ram, how did you feel when? I mean, I know how you felt, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it was. I dropped the ball, and whether or not Ryan
You literally dropped the ball.
literally, whether or not Ryan sabotaged me or not, whatever, I still take full responsibility. It hit me in the fucking hand. I should have caught it. So
I think
was-
we'll eventually find out. We'll be able to communicate with him at some point. Are you dying to know? Do you want to have this
I don't
conversation?
I don't really give a fuck, because that
Alright.
whole moment was just like,
A lot.
just kind of sour.
it's just, yeah, it's
It was
just,
a lot.
you know, because
Yeah.
so luckily, I had my hands on my face like that, so when the squib popped, it didn't get me all in the face and
Oh,
shit.
that'd have been worse.
But your head was down closer to it, maybe.
Well, yeah,
No?
but I was like that.
Oh.
So
Was it
squib-
immediate?
No. I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" And it seemed like it was a while.
Oh wow.
And I was like, "Fuck!" And I had my head down like that, and then it popped. And
Did
then,
you give him a good death scene?
Yeah.
I just
I
kinda,
don't see you doing that.
I just kind of went down, and I just remember I was kind of on my side because you kind of it's so bulky, the
Right.
squib. I was kind of on my side. And I just remember like kind of punching the tile like that.
Like,
And it was just so disappointing, because I had it in my head that it was going to win the fucking game, and we're about 100 people left, and
he's not alive.
I'm thinking, man, we're make it to this next round, and like it is a real possibility.
Yeah.
And I had so many plans with that money, and it was just brutal and disappointing, and so anyways, and then. So I get home, and I don't really want to talk. I'm total opposite of Paul. I don't want to fucking talk to anybody. I want to talk to my wife. I miss my wife.
course.
Really
My wife.
bad. But my wife. So,
And my son, Hugh Lewis.
but I didn't. I didn't even really want to talk to her, just because there was just so much going on in my head, and so she's the only one I actually talked to. I think I texted our group, the Squid group.
You texted me and you're like, not good.
Yeah, not
like
good.
you were really short, and I know you well enough to
Yeah.
know
Leave him
when
alone.
Ram's like that. Just
Let him
it
be.
is what it is. Let him be. Don't
Yeah.
poke the bear. And that was you started feeling sick.
No. So the next day, they want me to wake up, and I'm like just desperate for sleep.
Yeah.
And it's pretty late. I think by the time I get there, by the time I get checked out of the whole thing and back to the hotel, it's pretty late. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to sleep in. I just want to go the fuck home.
Ram, 1 second. How many people were eliminated with the ball challenge?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Like, was it 5, 10, 20?
I
Like,
was
how many
like,
people were
I
on
was
the-
like the second one eliminated. I don't fucking know.
Oh, so they didn't group you all together and bus you home together?
No,
Yeah,
it was me and Ryan.
Oh, on your own car.
Yeah.
People.
What would you say? How many were
Oh,
eliminated?
the hotel ride was just you and Ryan.
I believe. I believe so.
Wow.
I can't fucking remember. If
Yeah.
it wasn't more than like,
Well,
if there were other people, it wasn't more than like 6.
If you missed, you walked out. I don't remember how many walked out though.
I don't know what the fuck ever.
We'll watch the game.
Yeah.
So I get to the hotel. I just want to sleep. I just want to go home. And they're like, "Hey, again, could you do a master interview tomorrow? Wake the fuck up at 6 a.m."
Oh.
Fuck, man. It's like, I guess, So the next morning, I get up at 6 a.m. and we go back to the studio. And they wanted me to do one more what they call the MIV interview, where you're in the boiler room, the dirty looking boiler room. And then there's the master interview after that, where it's the big fancy interview, where you're in regular street clothes. So I go in for the MIV interview, and they're like, "Here you go," and they hand me my shirt that has Squib ink all over it. And by that point I had fucking had it, and I was like, "Look, I'm here for the band. I want to do everything I'm supposed to do, but I'm not wearing that shirt."
Ram is done.
She's like, no, you got to wear it for the MIV interview. I'm like, I'm not wearing that shirt with ink. If you can find me a clean shirt with my number on it, I'll gladly wear that. Or I'll zip my tracksuit all the way up.
Yeah.
But I ain't touching that shirt with the squib all over it. So I was just, because it just takes me back to that moment.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Well, hang on." And they go to talk to somebody, and they come back like 20 minutes later with a clean shirt.
You're like, just gotta ask sometimes.
All right. So I wear that. And I'm in the interview, and I just remember I was checked out at that interview. I was like, the whole thing was kind of like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't remember. Whatever. Like, well, take us. What happened? I was like, I don't know. I don't really remember. So I was really done with that. I'd done really well on my previous interviews, and on the master interview, I was good. But so, anyways, I get through with that. I get through with the master interview. Go back to the hotel. That's when I started feeling like, oh, what the fuck?
Like
You didn't feel any sickness when you were there?
I was perfect.
You probably had your adrenaline going. You're back.
crashed.
I was the only thing was my foot was throbbing and like real bad pain. But then I get back to my hotel and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I started feeling weird and I started feeling hot. And then, in the hotel.
that fever coming.
Yeah, in the hotel that night, I ended up with, it was close to 103 temperature.
Damn, dude.
And, I was supposed to go home the next day. And I kept going up to the medic to get my temperature taken, and it was like 100, then it was like 101 something, and then I tried to just go to sleep, and I woke up it was I've had pretty bad. I had to go to the doctor for get CAT scans and shit on my head because I had like bad migraines for like a couple of year period a few years ago, and I've had some really intense headaches. This was the worst headache I've ever had in my life. I thought it was going to kill me. The headache alone. It was like a bad.
I had the same headache flying home.
Dude, it was the most intense, painful headache I've ever had.
I agree.
And then I was like, oh god, I thought I was gonna die. And then I had to peel the blankets and sheets off me because they were just wet from sweat.
Wow,
and so they they went back up and took my temperature. It was almost 103.
Wow,
and
that's serious.
And they're like, talking about taking me to the hospital. And I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to the hospital. Just, I just want to get home. And like, well, you're definitely not going home tomorrow. And so I'm just like sick and like think I'm going to die. And then I'm just devastated because I got to stay in this fucking place one more day.
I think Melissa let us know.
Melissa
and I
was letting us know,
I was just I was praying, don't tell him you're sick, Graham, but it was that bad.
Yeah, it was that bad. So then, they, postponed my flight to the next day. So they're like, well, we can. They're really nice because they said they would get me a car and take me wherever I wanted to go, sightseeing in London. And I was like, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I feel like shit.
Brent's like, I have 103 fever. I don't want to see jack shit.
I felt okay the next day. I mean,
would it make you feel better if we showed you Big Ben?
He is Big Ben.
So I didn't give a shit about it. I was like, I just want to go the fuck home. So I just stayed in my hotel room and slept as much as I could. And then I tried to order something from their what do you call it? Room service.
Yeah.
And so I made sure with the producers and stuff, like, you guys got it covered, right? Because it's like a fucking burger's like $30-something.
Yeah.
And so I get the burger, and the guys tell me I got to pay for it. I'm like, no, check with whatever group we're with. And he comes back 15 minutes later. He's like, no, he says, you got to pay for it. I'm like, goddamn fuck here.
Oh my
Here you go.
God.
So I took it out on this poor room service guy. I'm like, here, just fucking take it, do whatever you got. And so, anyways, but then they reimbursed me for that, and they told me I could order whatever I wanted from Uber Eats. So I was like ordering all these smoothies and
Nice.
green
Like-
drinks,
like
See,
and
Ram's
juices,
starting to
and,
feel a little better.
you know, so I'm ordering all that, and anyway, and that was it, and then went home the next day, and then that was my Squid experience.
How was your flight?
The flight was actually awesome. There was nobody on the flight.
Yeah.
There was because it's one of
Yeah,
those
same
giant British Airways
Yeah.
planes where there's in the center there's like 7 seats.
Right.
Lovely.
And it was just all empty. So I just fucking went and just laid down and
for
just
you.
slept.
Whenever
It
we
was
talk
awesome.
about my going out,
Yeah, talk about your flight.
opposite,
Oh,
complete
no.
opposite of
No.
that.
Oh,
Stevens.
So we'll get to that.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was totally empty. I had multiple.
I
rows.
needed that when I went
Yeah,
out.
I was able to really sleep, and it was a really nice flight home.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
That's-
I was just like, he's home. Okay,
least you
there's
had that.
3.
Yeah.
Ugh.